started. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm Mr. Deadman, your Ralphamale News Network lead anchor. And we have some stories to get into tonight. Friends, I hope you have a good day. And I hope you continue to have a good week. Things are crazy. There's some real things we can talk about. Hunter Biden's laptop. Oh, not laptop. iCloud. You really want to play a game. You really want to play a gamble. Talk about that stuff in detail and see what happens to your channel. No, friends. We're going to talk about Ralphamale stuff here tonight. And it's quite a bit. We have quite a bit of stories to get into. Before we do, get comfy. I'm going to get comfy. I'm going to have some Gentleman Jack because that's how we roll here at this station, okay? Anyway, and for those who think this being a Ralphamale is some sort of ironic bit, there's no irony in this. There's no irony. Mute the music. The music is low, okay? The music brings the attitude into the whole atmosphere, the Ralphamale atmosphere, okay? Come on now. Alrighty, some Gentleman Jack. I like Gentleman Jack. No, it's good. What whiskey are you sipping on? Right? What do you got? Okay. All right. So we have quite a bit to get into here tonight. What I'm going to start off with, though, is I guess something personal. You know, always start off with something personal, right? Let's go ahead and put something on the screen here. You see, there's a cartoon avatar that's posing as a journalist. Let me go ahead and pull this guy's stuff up real fast. Okay. This sickens me, actually. It sickens me because the guy... I'll show you. This is what the Ethan Ralph A-logs are producing. This is what they're producing. Okay, they're not sending their best. They're sending this. This is what we have. This is the new entry here. Okay? A cartoon avatar posing as a journalist is going around trying to impersonate yours truly. Okay? He presents himself as a respected journalist. So respected that he can't even show his face. He can't even show his face. He can't even wear a suit. He probably doesn't even have a suit. He probably doesn't even live in a house. Let's be honest. He probably lives in a van. Maybe he lives in government housing. There's that. Okay? The poser goes by Augusto Pinochet, which is a reference to a Chilean dictator. Okay? All right. But I guess no one told him that the Gunt harvest is just about over. It is just about over. In fact, I think it's already over. While Ethan Ralph has been the center locale for all sorts of streamers, content creators, and grifters, the milk has run dry. And the proof of this is that streams like Kino Casino, which is, how long is that going to last? With Godwinson returning, with kind of repeating the information that Gahul has dropped, that the Daimo has dropped. Okay? But we'll get into that. Dude, we have quite a bit to get in here. We're going to talk about this Pinochet guy, talk about Flamenco Spergs making Mundane Matt look good. If you're making Mundane Matt look good, if you're making Mundane Matt look more manly, you failed as a human being and should buy a rope and hang yourself. I mean that. He doesn't even need a rope. He likes prolapse anuses. I'm sure he could do something with that. Don't. If you're familiar with the stuff, I'm going to hold myself there. You guys have never seen a prolapse anus, never seen a pink sock. I'm being told that the viewers of the show are very Christian, very good. Y'all have seen. Okay, moving on. But I think we can agree that it's a bad look when you make mundane Mads look more manly, more like someone who can take a joke. Anyway, but the Kino Casino and like other Ethan Ralph A-logs have resorted to making up stuff, just flat out making up stuff. Just flat out, just telling lies, making up stories, fabricating false narratives for laughs and for money. And I can already hear Mr. Augusto Kinoche typing rapidly on his keyboard, never tagging me because he doesn't want me to come at him because he's a piece of shit. Let's be honest. He's spineless. And what's probably going to happen is we're going to meet in a back alley somewhere, and it's going to be this exaggerated like Anchorman level fight because he thinks it's all fun and stuff, but I'll take this very seriously. And I'll be bringing a grenade to that fight, okay? It'll be very fucking serious, okay? But I can already see him putting out a tweet about me about the time I told a little fib. And there are still people mad at me for telling a little story of Ethan Ralph getting me fired and that it wasn't true. You know why I think they're mad? You know why I think certain people, like Josh Moon, are mad about that? Is because that would have been gold, right? That would have been gold for them if it was true. It was gold for me. I loved it. I would do it again. Because, see, not you guys. You guys are good. You guys are smart and intelligent people. But there's something we're to get into on tonight's broadcast. That the Kiwis, maybe not all of them, but a large percentage of them, are flat out retarded. And we're going to cover that. The Kiwis and Ethan Ralph A-logs that still remained are still vocal. They're all flat out fucking retarded. They're brain dead. Something's wrong with them. Clearly. And gullible pieces of shit. If I think the moral thing to do is to take advantage of them and take their money. Most certainly. But what's not a lie, moving on from that, what's not a lie is that, guys, if you donated to Kino Casino, there is a good chance that Baked Alaska has your docs. Now, that's old news. Everyone knows about that. We're going to go play the stuff. We got material to play. I think worse than that. If you donated to Kino Casino, not only does Baked Alaska have your docs, but you better check your bank account. You better check it. Because I've been hearing things. We've all been hearing things about people being charged multiple times. What's going on there? I could present you some stuff. We're going to do that. We're going to get into that. All right, let's do that right now. Let's do that now. Now, this was a while ago. Okay? I don't know if that looks like crap on the screen. Who's running OBS over here? At least I can run OBS. At least I don't have to rely on Warski. Okay, wait. So, I know you can't really see it out there on the screen, okay? But there's a guy named Donzel Washington saying that he's calling out people who sent shekels to the Kino Casino. And he says he sent small monthly debits have been made from the card under the guise of Apple transactions ever since he sent a donation to the Kino Casino. And he goes on to say, my bank verified these are fraudulent and have been compensated. I'm weary of providing more info because of obvious reasons. Now, the reason why I bring this up, and the reason why I think you should double check if you have donated to them. Now, it's not 100% true. Like, 100% sure whether or not this is actually happening. It's rumors, right? It's maybe it could be happening, maybe it could not be happening. But it looks like it's fishy. It's all fishy. Kino Casino was using Power Chat for their donations. They could use like Streamlabs or something. Oh, not anymore. Streamlabs has been banned. Looks like no more donos for Kino Casino. Oh, it's drying up. They're gonna have to use the coffee thing. Like Kino Casino is going to rely on the coffee, on buy me a coffee thing that I think Mersh uses. I think he uses that. I think he does. All right, what's gonna happen though? Because they use Power Chat, and let me back up again for a second. For those who don't know, Power Chat was created by this guy named Lols. Who's Lols? He's a meth smoker IP2 streamer. What's IP2? It's a bunch of homeless people that get together and they stream and they beg for donations. They're online beggars. They're online bums that beg for donations, and they live off those donations. Like, they need that for their livelihood, okay? They should just be walking around with cardboard signs saying, I'll suck your dick for money. That's what an IP2 streamer is. And all IP2 streamers are this. They'll suck your dick for money, okay? Every single one of them, top on down, 100% true. I'm not even making that up. That is 100% true. In fact, some of them will suck your dick not even for money. Like Alice. Alice will suck your dick just for Jägermeister. Ask Ethan Ralph, okay? 2 bottles, she'll suck your dick. Hey, probably just 1 bottle. He probably overpaid. Honestly, the crime that Ethan Ralph committed with Alice is that he spent way too much money on Alice, okay? Who's Alice? Alice is a whore, an IP2 whore, IP2 thought that everyone in the IP2 sphere has had a ride on. In fact, Alice is such a skank. Her existence makes virginity impossible here in the States. If you thought you were a virgin, guess what? You're not. The existence of this woman named Alice makes it to where you are not a virgin anymore because you've actually fucked her. You just don't remember it, okay? That's who Alice is, okay? Getting into the weeds here. That's IP2 stuff. One point is, Lols is kind of a nobody, all right? You don't really care, all right? The important thing, though, is Lols is friends with Baked Alaska. More importantly, Baked Alaska owns half of Power Chat. More importantly, Baked Alaska works with who? Nick Fuentes. Who's Nick Fuentes? Well, if you've been watching Kino, why would I have to explain who Nick Fuentes is? You guys know who Nick Fuentes is. Everyone knows who Nick Fuentes is. More people know who Nick Fuentes is than know what Kino Casino is, okay? All right? That's a fact. I'm sorry, guys. I need to relight my cigar. Need to relight my cigar here. Been kind of ranting a bit. I will pay attention to the chat. Tag my name. I'll go through and answer questions. You don't donate here in this show unless you really want to. I don't need it. Don't worry about that. I have a job. Like most of these people need. It's a job, which is something that PPP and Warski are going to need very soon with the way things are going with Kino Casino. Lovely. We're going to get into that. Oh, man, it's so good. There's a lot to talk about, guys. There's a lot to get into. A lot. But we're making waves, okay? We're making way through it, okay? All right. So, long story short, Power Chat is essentially connected with Nick Fuentes, which is the person who's been the target of Kino Casino. If it's not Ethan Ralph, it's Nick Fuentes. That's every Kino Casino episode ever. Am I wrong there? How am I wrong? They know it. You talk about Ethan Ralph, talk about Nick Fuentes, bring you views, bring you money. Not anymore. You've been using Power Chat. And Nick Fuentes now wants a cut of Power Chat. Here's what's weird about Power Chat. You know what? I don't have to say it. We had a reporter go on the ground and kind of reveal his thoughts on this. Okay? We're going to play this. We're going to play this. Let me make sure I have it lined up for us here. Where is it? Oh, man. Here we go. Let's go and play this real fast. Put it on the screen here. Now, you might remember this guy, this lovely gentleman. His name is Guhu. We're going to play his thoughts on Power chat. Here we go.
Watch my videos anymore, which is fine. But I think a lot of people were saying they should stop using Power Chat immediately, especially if they had other options they could go to, because it looks suspicious as fuck. And they didn't.
Okay, let's back that up. A lot of people were saying that they should stop using Power Chat immediately because it's suspicious as fuck.
Some stream.
We're like, it's suspicious as an Alice rape allegation, which is like, what's going on there? That's very sus. How do you rape a bloat? How does a... The story is Ethan Ralph raped Alice, but Alice gave Ethan Ralph a blowjob. Can anyone tell me, can try to convince me that a blowjob could be a rape? How do you do that? Was he holding her head? Like, okay, never mind. Let's play this.
I was on with Dymo or or PO or any other accounts of you people, but somebody, I made this comment somewhere. This looks suspicious, and they should stop using it immediately. Now I know they don't watch my videos anymore, which is fine.
We watch your videos. Watch Gahul's videos. Okay, he had a good take on this.
But I think a lot of people were saying they should stop using Power Chat immediately, especially if they had other options they could go to, because it looks suspicious as fuck. And they didn't. And they kept using it for weeks after the fact. Now we come out, we find out as of yesterday or the day before, I guess we find out, probably most people who have used Power Chat knew this, or, I'm sure Warski knew this, probably from the start, that Power Chat's owned half share by Baked Alaska.
Owned half share by Baked Alaska. And that's not just from Gahul. That's from Lols too. All right? Baked Alaska. That means if you donated to the Kino Casino, guess who has your information? And it's a lot of information. You put them there. Your address. Everything you'd put in, right? Everything. Your credit card information, your address, your name. Baked Alaska, who's presumed to be a federal informant, has that information. He could use that information at any time. Also, Power Chat supposedly doesn't charge fees, but yet they do charge fees. But they weren't. And the reason why PPP and Warski were using Power Chat was supposedly they weren't going to be charged a fee. They had an insider to get them a deal. Turn out they did have an insider, okay? But that insider can't help them when Nick Fuentes becomes aware that there's a problem. And the problem is someone's getting a free ride. And that free ride is going to Kino Casino? Oh, bullshit. What's going to happen is, what's probably been happening, check your accounts, ladies and gentlemen. If you donated to them, check your accounts. I'm not saying they would do anything fraudulent, but would they? Do you trust Nick Fuentes and Baked Alaska with your information? Do you trust that they wouldn't do anything fraudulent with your information to maybe help cover some of the costs, or I don't know, make some money off the top? Check that money. Check your account. To me, I'm a very frugal person at times. Okay, I would check it. And I would challenge every single thing possible. Hold on 1 second. So hot in the studio. I'm sweating into my eyeballs. Hide through it. 1 second. That was not the best look. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, friends, but I think you would understand. It was like a waterfall of sweat going into my eyes. Okay? It was painful. All right? I got one of those nice white collar jobs. Okay? I'm not used to that. All right? I sweat easily and I sweat a lot. All right. Let's play some more of this.
Baked Alaska, who they have said on numerous occasions is a federal informant. He may be. I think he probably is. I think Baked Alaska is a federal informant. I think every single piece of evidence points to him being a federal informant.
What do you think about that, guys, right? And that's an old question. Is Baked Alaska Mr. January 6th guy, Mr. be on Nancy Pelosi's phone and during the January 6th, I guess they're calling it insurrection. To me, I just call it a tour. They just went on a tour. Okay, they were literally just let in, all right? But whatever. They want to hang him high, but they haven't yet. What do you think he's getting, right? I think it's very suspicious. I think you should look into it. But I think I've said everything I need to say about Power Chat there, ladies and gentlemen, except for the fact that this Power Chat thing isn't as simple as you might think. You see, not too long ago, a couple years ago actually, PPP led a crusade against Dick Masterson, Noel, Metokur, Ralph, about New Project 2. New Project 2 was it was like a special Patreon for Dick's friends. It's supposed to be a free speech. It was supposed to be an alternative. Some people speculate maybe it's money, laundry, whatever. Okay. All right. Maybe. There was a very suspicious Chinese bank that was running it. And supposedly that's because it's hard for Dick to get a bank because of who he is. And he's on a list. Well, regardless of how you feel on that, the important thing is, the fact is, that crusade actually was effective. It screwed over New Project 2. And it screwed over people involved in that. Namely, Noel, Joshua Moon, who is we talked about before on this broadcast. Joshua Moon runs Kiwifarms and is blacklisted to where he can never have a bank account or PayPal account anywhere, pretty much, essentially, because of who he is, what he does, what he covers, what he involved himself in. We will do a whole stream on Joshua Connor Moon one day, the whole history, everything, a deep dive. All right, that's not today. All right. This here is their New Project 2. Because they were using a platform that actually benefits the people that were A-logging, right? People that are going against scamming people, when they could have just used an alternative. And it's going to not only are they not going to be able to use Power Chat, which they could use Power Chat if they are willing to allow Nick Fuentes to take his cut. I mean, what's the problem with that, right? I think the irony of that is great. Very juicy. Very juicy. But right now, Kino Casino may not actually have a way to process your donations. So sad. So sad. How could a casino function if it can't take in money? If it can't take in money, it's over. It's done. The house, I guess, doesn't always win here. Say Zod, yes. Is that the link to the Godwinson video? Yes, I've seen the Godwinson video. I've watched that. We'll talk about that too. What I'll go ahead and do here, guys, is there is a bigger, more interesting conspiracy that I will play. And then we'll talk about that. And then we'll talk about flamenco not being able to take a joke. Okay? And then we'll go right back into the Godwinson stuff. All right? That's what we're going to do. We're going to go kind of round about. But follow me on this. This video I'm about to play is very informative. Weird, almost. You can't unsee it. But pay close attention. It goes fast.
Mr. Metokur, like Knights for Flamenco Appeal. Last time we went over Jim leaving the internet for 2 days when Flamenco was exposed. Now the Jimsel said that this was a coincidence. Only a naive person believes this. Since Jim has come back, he has made 25 tweets in less than 2 days.
25
tweeted over a
tweets?
dozen times a day for the past few months. Jim has no job, no kids, no friends, and he lives on the internet. Is obscene.
He lives on the internet. He is obsessed. Jim is obsessed. The Ethan Ralph A-Logs and the Kiwifarms, they're all retarded. I'm going to tell you that here tonight. I'm going to show you that. Look at Jim. Mr. Metokur makes it seem as if Ethan Ralph can't stop talking about him. But really, if you look at it from an objective standpoint and really compare the tweets and compare the comments, there's someone who says a lot more about the other, and it's Mr. Cancer Man. Mr. Cancer Man, Bubble Boy, afraid of COVID, won't stop talking about Ethan Ralph to the point to where he'll even playing around, sharing around photoshopped images of his tongue or photoshopped images of a fake AIDS test. It's so weird. He's obsessed. He's obsessed with it because it's the grift that he has, right? He can't do the fear-mongering with COVID anymore. No one cares about that. He can't really talk about anything substantive because he's a Biden supporter. I mean, right now would be his time to talk about it, but he wasn't a Trump supporter, so who was he? I mean, right now, I remember Metokur used to do internet insanity stuff, or used to go politics every now and then. That would be great. Oh, if Metokur wants to come out of retirement and actually do something of something legit and go into the Biden crazy conspiracy crack smoking shit, that'd be right up his alley. I would think old school Metokur might do that, but you know what? I think Sargon is right. Metokur doesn't stand for anything. Never did, never will. Never will. Never fucking will. All right, let's play the rest of this.
It was solely due to him trying to run out the clock, hoping everyone forget about Flamenco. This is a cover-up. He had time to watch the Kino casino, but not time to talk about it. If it had anything to do with Ralph, he would have made 100 tweets, if not more. He would have made a stream about it. Danny Jim is sweeping it up for pedos, which isn't surprising if you know the lore. The same way he played defense for Toxin Data, he is now playing defense for Flamenco. Jim is
He's playing defense for Flamenco. Flamenco, you need to leave those goddamn kids alone. Don't you get near a school, Flamenco. We'll get into that.
White Knight, Johnny Jim says here that you can't notice him leaving the internet the night his capo was exposed. Now, if this was being Sargon, Janet Jim would say that this was a cover-up. Mr. Mop-It-Up is a fan-sitter. He waited 2 days to see what the popular opinion is to choose his position. He has done this many times. The internet aristocrat is the Tim Pool of this sector of the internet. He doesn't take a position until he knows he can follow them all. Jim needs to follow the opinion of his hug box. Notice how he ignores the guy he was white knighting for was exposed as a pedo. Instead, he talks about Rolf, deflection, and sweeping it up as the Janet and Jim playbook. After this tweet, we get 9 tweets talking about Nick and Ralph. Mr. Mop-It-Up is trying to suppress his capo was exposed as a pedo. Then we get the white knighting once he is confronted. He had to finally address the issue of
He's trying to sweep it up, and I've seen those tweets firsthand. He tried to bury it like it's a nothing burger. He sees nothing suspicious, nothing weird about Flamenco being friends or being connected, being in Steam groups. I'm sorry, I had to say it. I said it the wrong way because I still am processing the fact that there's actually groups on Steam. I thought Steam was for playing games. What the fuck is going on here? Anyway, he was in or connected with Steam groups that were promoting, talking about, engaging in, encouraging, sharing CP material. Like, this is not the only red flag on Flamenco. There's so much stuff, right? He has pedos in his Discord. He has a porn history that makes me blush. Jesus. And I'm a massive coomer. He loves lolicon hentai with choir boys being molested by grown adults. Okay, he's got choir boy soprano, whatever. It has nothing to do with the Sopranos. Don't Google it. Don't. And is associated and connected with Steam groups that involve in pedo shit. Like, how many red flags do you need before you go, okay, I think it's time to just take Flamenco out and put him down. We need to take ODL, or we need to take the pup and the cup out to the back and put him out of his misery. Okay? We're done. But Metokur is not that anymore. In fact, Metokur's like, he wants to roll with it. Dude, I've said this before. I'm out there on the limb when I say this. But maybe I'm not. What is a grown ass in his 50s, cancer man doing obsessed with manga and anime to the point to where it makes it's horrible. It's a sad look, right? What is he doing with that? And you're telling me he's not into lolly stuff? You're telling me that he doesn't share the same weird fetishes? Pfft. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Anyway, let's play some more of this.
For tweets, 2 of them deflected. So Flamenco, who grifts off Jim and who Jim is promoted in White Knight for, is exposed as a pedo. What does Jim do? He has a single tweet explaining what happened in a dishonest way. He is being purposely vague in order to defend Flamenco, giving the entire situation a few sentences of coverage. Now let's see what Janny Jim tweeted about Flamenco as of late. We have the first 2 tweets, which are deflections. Instead of talking about Flamenco, he talks about Cozy.tv. Janny Jim
talks about Cozy. Jim is actually envious of Cozy. See, here's what's going on here. The Ethan Ralph A-logs and the Kiwifarms that are still obsessed with Ethan Ralph, at this point, they're filled with envy. Okay? That's what's really going on here. They saw Ethan Ralph as a locale. They wanted to milk him. They wanted to milk him dry. Well, he's dry now. Okay? But they want to see him dead and ruined. They want to see his life in total ruination and shambles. But the reality is, Ethan Ralph is still living and still prospering. He really is. He's not a fighter in the streets. I can't say that. Ralph, I can't say that. But his show is still successful. He's making money off it. He's able to live off of it. Like, he doesn't have the AIDS they say he does. He doesn't have the issues they say he does. It's insane. It's crazy. They come up with some weird, wild stuff that aren't true, right? People are still mad at me about the one little joking fib I told. But just about everything coming out of Kiwifarms, Metokur, Flamenco, all these fucking A-logs are goddamn fucking garbage lies. They're all lies. They're all fucking lies. Even the Alice rape thing was a goddamn fucking lie. And that's something that could ruin somebody. Jesus. Where's Cog on that shit? Huh? Where's Cog on that shit? Oh, silent on that one, right? Oh, I'm sorry. The one person who can't grift off a little white lies me? Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Oh, shit. What they saw there, though, guys, was pigs in a trough, okay? When I told that little white lie, they saw me coming up to the trough. When Cog saw people donating to me, people that donate to him, he was like, no, can't have that. They shut that down real fast. That's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, the Ralph stuff is drying up. Honestly, give it a matter of time. It's gonna be, no one's talking about it. The new locale is gonna be PPP. Is PPP. We'll get into that too with the goblins and stuff.
As White Knighted for Flamenco to the point where he was giving him money on live streams. Here is a super chat Jim made to Flamenco's channel after he was doxxed, acting like his father. Jim says he has no intimate friends, but he sure treats Flamenco in a very friendly way. This is Metokur shielding Flamenco from trolling. Close.tv just hosts Flamenco. Jim promotes Flamenco. Everyone knows Jim White Knights for Flamenco. This isn't just guilt by association. Jim is the only reason Flamenco has any relevance. Flam is a Jim fanboy who has been endorsed by his internet father. Even if they did ban Flamenco from Cozy.tv, Jenny and Jim would be tweeting about how that was horrible censorship. His tweets are...
He would be. He'd be white knighting for Flamenco, immediately saying it's horrible censorship. Let me tell you something about Flamenco, all right? Let me show you something about Flamenco, all right? This guy, Salvo Pancakes, I don't know much about this guy, but this video...
I commissioned Mike the Bike to make a song. So I'm going to look at the chat, and we are going to listen to the Mike the Bike never before heard music that is commissioned strictly from me, Salvo Pancakes, an exclusive Mike the Bike original song for me. So this song is about our good friend Flamenco.
We don't need your masturbation.
We don't need your thoughts go home. No dark orgasm.
Leave those kids alone, Flamenco. Leave those kids alone. Now, would you believe that something like that would set Flamenco a rage? It did. It did in a way that makes Mundane Matt look good. Now, let me finish this conspiracy and we'll get into that.
Deflecting from the fact Flam was exposed. Now here we get the final to full-throated defenses of fake Nico by Janet and Jim. When Jim describes the situation he is being utterly dishonest, Flamenco was a part of 6 Steam groups. One of them had only 9 members, and its height had
6 Steam groups. 6.
around 15. So a small obscure 15-member Steam group with a German name in his profile image. Now what does this name and picture refer to? The name and picture belong to a German author who wrote a book about a child who was abused. Flamenco was not just in a random German group. At the time Flamenco was exposed, there were 9 members in a Steam group. Many of those members were in other Steam groups that were explicitly pedo and they admitted to being
Lady
pedos.
boys.
The owner of the group is a Steam user called Sanctus, and Flamenco was friends with Sanctus on Steam. Sanctus' profile picture is a child and he has them posted on his profile
Can't even show it. Can't even show it there. That's how bad it is.
page. Here's a comment on Sanctus' Steam
How come we haven't executed the pup in the cup yet? Metokur, what are you doing? Your pals with a legit... I'm going to say it. I think Flamenco is a legit pedo. I think he is. I think it's right there. It triggers him so fucking much. He's so defensive about it. He's 100% is. Oh, I can see it now. But aren't you in the Council of Evil with DJ Axel? I don't co-sign everything DJ Axel says. I hope it's a LARP. I hope it is. Jesus Christ. But let me tell you, sometimes alliances are made out of convenience. Sometimes it is. Anyway.
profile page. These are comments on the profiles of some of the other members of this Steam group. This group had 9 to 15 people in it, yet nearly all of them were pedos. Flamenco just happened to accidentally find his way into this group. A bit more damning than what Jim said. This is a cover-up. The Jimspiracy theory.
There's a cover-up. Jimspiracy theory. Okay. All right. Now, let's go back to the Salvo thing. Okay. This video I played. All right. I can play the whole song. I think you know what the song is. It's Pink Floyd. Another Brick in the Wall. But, you know, it's about flamenco. I'll play some more of it.
Hey, Flamenco! Leave them kids alone!
Wow. Hey, flamenco. Leave those kids alone. It's simple, right? Nothing to it. Nothing major. Doesn't even outright call flamenco a pedophile. It kind of hints at that. Whatever. Okay. That's kind of the joke. But flamenco can't handle a joke. He can't. Mundane Matt, a liberal soy boy. I mean, he is a liberal soy boy. I cannot stand Mundane Matt. Every now and then I'll listen to him and be like, it's been a while. People say he's redeemed himself in a way he has. But I just can't. But Mundane Matt can take a joke. Mundane Matt can take a joke where flamenco cannot. You have MC Jarbo, who has said all sorts of horrible things about Mundane Matt. Called him a murderer. Called him a rapist. Called him a pedo. And what does Matt Jarbo do? He contributes. He actually collabs with MC Jarbo. He's like, okay, this is funny. He probably makes some money off it. I have no idea. Have fun, flamenco. Stop being so serious. It's not so serious. It's just internet stupid shit. That's how it has to be. But someone like flamenco doesn't see it that way because it's all too real, right? It's all real to him. Now, I could show you this. This is a stream called Doc on the Radio. This is flamenco talking to this Doc on the Radio guy about this. And see, here's the thing. Right off the bat, you see the irony of this, right? Flamenco is cool with MC Jarbo. Flamenco has been cool with MC Jarbo singing songs about Mundane Matt and Ethan Ralph, saying all sorts of disparaging things about them. One of which is a songs about Ethan Ralph being a pedophile and all that stuff. MC Jarbo did that. Flamenco knows that. You know, he 100% knows that. But Flamenco now has a problem with parodies at his expense. He doesn't have a problem with parodies, videos, parody songs at other people's expense. But him, he can't be touched. He's untouchable. Okay? But that's not how it works. Like, if you're going to be here into space, play around, talk shit, say shit, like, then you're a target. And it's fair game. And it's not life ruination shit like that. It's like, it's just like Salvo is just a troll guy. He's just having fun. The Mike on the bike, whatever guy, he's just having fun. And now that you've given him attention and he knows, oh, you're going to react, why stop? In fact, go harder into it. Go so hard that Flamenco even tries to take legal action. Go all the way. Do it. Go all the way. Here it is. This is the part of the stream where Flamenco comes on Doc on the radio. I know nothing about this guy or the stream, but we'll play this here.
It's like a
but like, why are you
an
like
out there thing for people?
But like, why are you taking Salvo and seriously? Why are you taking this song seriously in the first place? Like, why are you giving them? Why are you giving Salvo the attention he wants? Obviously, from these DMs, he's trying to get you, try to get a ruse out of you, man.
A rise out of me.
A rise.
Legitimate question. Why are you taking it seriously? Why take it seriously? Why? Lean into it. Have fun. When I was called the Brat Man, I leaned into it very hard. Very hard. I could have do the wheelchair thing. I even asked the neighbor, do you have a wheelchair? Damn it, don't. Shit. Okay. I'm not going to buy a wheelchair.
I mean,
Whatever.
I'm annoyed by him, yeah. Like, I don't know, is the fact that he's retarded, like, justification for people to just say whatever the fuck they want, though? Like, I don't know.
No, it's the fact that you're on the internet to say whatever the fuck you want. That's what we do. That's what we do. Kino Casino says whatever the fuck they want about Nick Fuentes, Ethan Ralph, anyone, okay? And I'm sure Flamenco has done the same thing. I don't watch his content. I don't know all the stuff he says, doesn't say, or whatever. No, I have watched him try to defend himself with the accusations of being a massive coomer who's into mommy dom and prolap anuses and pedo hentai shit. But he just lies and lies and lies. I heard him lie a lot. I heard him lie a shit ton. He can't stop lying. In fact, he's gonna lie here. You're gonna hear it.
I mean, like, I don't
think that standard would really fly with like anybody else. It's just
The standard isn't flying with you because it hurts your feelings somehow. It bothers you. But since it bothers you, everyone might as well just join in. What, you're gonna react to this? How badly? Oh, okay. Maybe you could be the next locale. What's going on, Flamenco? Huh? You like little boys? You like little boy sopranos? Huh? Is that the reason why you read that dirty, disgusting lolly hentai? You wanted a role play? You wouldn't imagine yourself as a little boy being molested by a mommy figure, by an older figure? Is that what's going on here? What's going on with that, Flamenco? Were you molested as a child? Were you? I'm gonna say you were. I think you were probably. But hey, leave those kids alone, Flamenco. You better leave those other kids alone. Don't go to that school. Okay?
just like very weird that in particular
You have a different
like,
standard for
I seem
Salvo
be the
to like
exception
other
for some
people to like.
it's very fucking weird. It's very fucking weird.
What's weird is
I don't understand.
Flamenco
Why
not
don't
taking
just
the
block
job.
them on Discord then? Just block them. Like just.
Yeah, it probably will.
Well, I mean, why didn't you do it before? Like, if you were so annoyed, dude. Like, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about you DMing Vosh like 20 pages on Discord or something, and calling
where
like,
he responds back. Like I don't get how that's the same either. Like I go through like my whole shit.
Well,
where,
you
like,
claim
people
this
are
is
constantly
like
calling. Well, no, hold on.
Oh. This got rich too. This is the part where Flamenco gets called out for. Apparently, Flamenco was, I guess, messaging, bombing. he was acting like a girl. He was acting like a petty fucking woman. To Vosh. Blowing up his DMs. It's sad. I don't know if you guys have seen that. But imagine being rejected by Vosh. That's harsh, man. That's harsh. That's right, Cool Tactic. This is Daddy Jim's guy. That's right. That's right.
Hold on. I go through like all my constant shit where people are like constantly trying to like go at me and try to fuck with me and all that sort of stuff. And you know, Salvo goes in and says, "Hey, go kill yourself." Like, oh yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, go kill yourself. Has Flamenco ever been on Discord before? I mean, that's newsflash, guys. When you're on Discord, you're gonna get that "go kill yourself" just about every time. Guys, how many times have you been told to go kill yourself on the internet? Did you actually do it? Did you feel offended? Did you feel bothered? Did you feel hurt? Did you go, oh man, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy the rope. I'm gonna buy the gun. I'm gonna take some poison. I'm gonna just lay on the road. It'll get run over. No one. It's stupid. This is what he's talking about. Cry victim bullshit. Okay, like he's just crying like a little baby, crying like a little pussy, because someone told him to go kill himself on the internet. Flamenco, get the fuck off the internet. What the fuck are you doing? You spend your time looking at lolly shit. You spend your time downloading like lolly hentai shit, okay? And then you cry when someone makes a parody song about you, and you cry. Dude, I would love it if someone made a parody song about me. I'd fucking love that shit. You know that. I'd be like, that's funny. And I'll try to play it off as if like kind of modest and humble, like I don't care, but I do care. That's the reality of it. You got to keep the ego in check, you know? And be like, yeah, all right, that's cool. That's cool. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. Ethan Ralph was right to fire his ass. I guess he left. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, let's play.
Yeah.
And you're going to take that serious? And you're going to take that seriously?
Retard logic.
Why do you take that? And you're going to take that seriously? Why would you take that seriously?
Seriously, I just don't fucking like.
Okay, then why?
Is that right? M104. That's right. Vosh made a video about Flamenco sucking him. We got to play that. I got to find that video and play. Well, it's a Vosh video. It might take like 10, 20 minutes for him to say one. Well, sometimes he does talk fast. I don't know.
You bring it up in the first place?
Because I don't fucking like the guy, and if a person's like going around.
Okay, but if somebody tells you to kill yourself, why would you even like?
Hold on. Hold on. Let me finish.
Okay.
Because like, I'm getting angry at Mike because he makes a fucking song for this fucking retard. I don't fucking like the guy now.
I don't understand. Like, you're taking Salvo. Like, I view Salvo as a troll. I think everybody else in the community does. So, like, why are you taking him serious? Like, I don't understand. You're just so hyper-focused on Salvo.
Why are you taking it seriously? Somebody made a song about how you're a pedophile, Flam. Why are you...
There we go. Why are you taking it serious? Oh, they called me a pedophile in the song. He's bothered by it so much, so defensive. There is something to be said about when someone's very defensive about a particular point, right? Right. It's like, why are you so defensive about that? Why? If it doesn't pertain to you, if it doesn't really describe you, if it's kind of if it's false, just fabricated lies, whatever, then who cares? Who fucking cares? But the reality is here, Flamenco cares, because he himself might actually be a pedophile. Here's the thing. You call someone out there in the real world, you go to the mall or to the local convenience store, and you talk to the first person you see and call him a pedophile, he's probably gonna kick your ass. I mean, if he doesn't try to punch you, he'll tell you to go fuck yourself and walk off. Okay? And that's understandable. I mean, who wants to listen to that? And that's kind of what you should do on the internet, I suppose. Like, if you didn't want to care about it, but like, okay, fuck you, block, whatever. But what he does, instead of doing that, he goes, fuck you, and then I'm going to go on this long diatribe trying to defend myself because I'm really, butthurt about it, because I'm really bothered by it, because I really don't want people to think I am that. So he's going to do everything he can to make people more suspicious of him. It doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. if you're not a pedo, you could solve it by this. Okay, that's a funny song, but okay, whatever. All right, and move on. You're done. The Flamenco can't do that.
Endorse MC Jarbo. Well, you endorse MC Jarbo making songs about Ralph.
That's retarded, dude.
You endorse MC Jarbo doing the same thing with Ralph.
MC Jarbo never called Ralph a pedophile.
There's the lie there, and there's going to be some more lies coming up. MC Jarbo never called Ethan Ralph a pedophile. There was someone on Kiwifarms outlined that yes, in fact, MC Jarbo has, and it doesn't matter because it's still a parody song and it's funny, whatever. Whatever, dude. People have called me a pedophile. People have called me a pedophile and said, whatever. Okay? I have a whole bus with candy, and I'm going out to every school, and I'm raping all those kids. I'm just raping them. Rape. What the fuck? It's like, that's not real. It doesn't matter. Don't clip that out. Oh, God. Like, he's taking it way too seriously, where it's like, I don't know, guy. You seem really defensive about this. You seem like it really bothers you. It trips you up. You might actually be. You might actually be. And you have a lot of weird stuff around you. They hint at the fact that you are. Anyway, we're going to hear some more lies.
Pretty sure he did in one of his songs, did he not?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
At least he implied it.
No, he implied that Faith was like extremely young for Ralph.
Lie. He did more than that. In fact, listen to Flamenco's voice.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Ralph was a pedophile. He implied Pantsu was a pedophile, but not Ralph.
I don't know, man. Like from my perspective, like
I mean that Faith was like extreme. No, he didn't.
At least he implied it.
When he said that, no, he didn't. That was a flat out fucking lie, and Flamenco knows that shit. Listen to that again.
No, he implied that Faith.
Did he
no,
not?
He didn't. MC Jarbo never called Ralph a pedophile.
I'm fairly sure he did in one of his songs. Did he not?
No, he didn't. No.
You know?
At least he implied it.
No, he implied that Faith was like extremely young for Ralph.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Ralph was
like
a pedophile. He implied Pantsu was a pedophile.
Bruce and Kibbutz. You've been spending a lot of time with DJ Axel, huh? He's in the Council of Evil. And, I don't know, man. If DJ and Axel and I were to collab, it could be bad. It could be bad. I have no problems going far into stupid things. They're probably gonna look bad in the end. But for me, it's all just a joke. For me, it's just a joke. Whatever. It's gonna be fun doing it though. If we ever do, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future.
But not Ralph.
I don't know, man. Like from my perspective.
Oh, and cool tactic. You bring him a good question and good segue here. Why would that make Ralph a pedo? It doesn't. In fact, the whole Ethan Ralph being a pedo thing is just a fabricated fucking lie. It's all just a lie. You see, Flamenco will call Ethan Ralph a pedo, laugh as others call Ethan Ralph a pedo. And why is that? I mean, is there any evidence of Ralph being a pedo? No, there's no evidence. There is a hat that Ethan Ralph wore. There was a hat that he wore where it said that Joshua Connor Moon is a kid diddler, and the hat was photoshopped to make it seem like he's a kid diddler or whatever. Obviously just a joke, and I helped push that joke around. Pretty greasy. I recently learned just about everything coming out of Kiwifarms about Ethan Ralph is all just fabricated bullshit. All just manufactured. I mean, they live in their own fucking reality. It doesn't make any sense. Let me show you guys something here. Okay? Let me show you this level of autism on the Kiwifarms, and it doesn't make any sense. This is the level of retardation that they have going on over there, okay? A particular member, let's see if I have his name here. Fields of Rye has this long paragraph, has an essay. First off, if you're writing this much on any sort of forum, stop, do something more productive, have a drink, smoke a joint, shoot heroin, do something more productive in your life than write an essay on any fucking forum. Any forum, okay? You understand me? Like, who no one's reading this except for other losers, okay? I didn't read any of that. You don't have to read any of that to understand what's happening here. Because then he posts a screenshot of outlining various things in the Faye diary. And what this guy is autistically trying to create is the lie that Ethan Ralph was wearing undies because they don't know how to read and they can't tell the difference between a D and a P. Faye's journal, in the journal, she's referencing the Dundies as in, you know, The Office, the Dundee Awards, the Dundee trophies. She even says that. She even says that in the same on the same page in the journal. And they know that. But these autists are so retarded, they don't care. Either they're completely retarded and they're just going and they don't know, or they're evil and they're just trying to create whatever they can out of nothing. They're so desperate in trying to make Ethan Ralph the locale. They make themselves a joke. They make themselves the joke. They're trying to milk a bull, okay? They're trying to milk a bull. Yes, the bull gets his ass kicked. Yes, the bull talks a lot of shit. Yes, the bull gets drunk and likes to snort coke and bang hookers. But the bull's not wearing panties. They're trying to put panties on the bull. But who's looking like the fool are these fucking Kiwifarm assholes. These guys. These guys. I saw this, and I was like, I am glad I'm now a Ralphamale. I'm glad I have left that side and never want to go back. Never. This is what they have. They can't sit. You know what, dude, man, I realized from the very beginning, from Jump Street, it was all just exaggerated bullshit. Exaggerated bullshit and pipe dreams about Ethan Ralph having his life being ruined. It was all exaggerated bullshit. It was a fever. It was a fucking fever. I remember it like yesterday. People on the high. On the high that Matthew Vickers was going to somehow put Ethan Ralph out of a house. Maybe put him in the ground. You know? Never happened. Put him behind bars. Never happened. Never happened. The kill stream go in flames. Not make money. More life ruination stuff. Mock him as his life deteriorates into shit. Never happened. Never happened. Oh, he did get his ass kicked. Yeah, he did. He did. But guess what? He could take a punch and still go. Half of the people laughing at that, I bet you they can't even take a punch. They probably can't. Dude, if you took the punch that Ethan Ralph did, you'd probably, I mean, come on, you'd probably be more fucked up. Okay? Ethan Ralph is not a fighter. Okay? But he could take a punch. From the beginning, it's all just been fabricated bullshit. Yeah, the Gunt is funny. The Gunt is funny. It was funny. It's funny to laugh at fat people. It's funny to laugh at the Chris Chan shirt. You know what else is funny to laugh at? Another autist, a real autist. Is PPP. Let's play that video. Zod, if you're still listening, you don't have to share that video with me because I should have it right here. I should. I mean, I did watch it recently. If it comes up. Oh, okay. Hold on here. Hold on. I actually might click that link or have to go through my watch history or whatever. I forgot the title of the video. Bear with me, guys. As I look through, as I find this, how are you guys doing? Are you guys enjoying this? Are you guys having a good time? I seem more fired up than I wanted to be. This whole thing's supposed to be more laid back news anchor like, but sorry, it got a little. When I ran to just went. just went. Here we go. As I play this, you need to remember here, okay, you're going to listen to Godwinson talk about PvP in the fall of the Kino Casino. But just remind yourself of this. PvP wouldn't be a thing if it wasn't for Godwinson. It's nice that Godwinson is twisting the knife in the Frankenstein monster that he created. But he created it. He's the mad doctor in that laboratory that created PvP. Okay? He's going to twist the knife and walk away. We're talking about the doctor too. Y'all be surprised when we start talking about you. All right, let's play this.
No half measures. Sometimes all it takes is a cigarette-smoking man to expose the truth.
A cigar-smoking man.
I thought with this one, I'd borrow the greatest series that Jim ever did in order to present this.
Warski would never be my co-host. I do not like his laughter. I couldn't handle it. Like, I could produce fake laughs on my own. Oh, man. Another sweet dono coming into the Mr. Deadman. Yeah. Oh, sweet. Yeah, that money coming in is going to fill my coffers. I can see it now. That money coming in, I'm just going to turn it into cigars and smoke it. Yeah. You see, I could do that already. Anyway, let's play this.
Net Insanity for one night only is back, and I hope you enjoy.
Yeah, I think Ghoul and I would mesh well. We're talking about movies.
At this point, I mean, whatever I seem to cover seems to become the next big thing on his website. You know, you've got Internet Famous now out of New Project 2.
Oh, this is where PvP is trying to make it seem as if Josh owes him. As if Joshua Connor Moon owes him for the Internet Famous. Kiwifarms existed before PvP. Kiwifarms sections existed before PvP, especially the Internet Famous. So, I don't know. He's talking crazy. He's talking insanity here.
The Gunt sub forum out of my crusade against Ralph. Now the Catboy forum. So I don't know. Josh should be thankful to me for helping him out. I mean, sure, I butt-fucked him and screwed him out of $2,000 a month, and he did fucking nothing at the time, but seethed resentfully about it, and then finally today come out with his attacks. But it is what it is, Josh. I've helped.
Like I said, guys, if you donated to Kino Casino, check your bank account. Check every transaction. Check it. Okay?
You out now. I've set up your whole site for you, your forums for you, and everything, buddy. I don't know what the fucking issue is.
Were you trying to get crazy with this thing? Don't you know I'm loco?
Well, Surfer, what you said there about the Frankenstein monster and the no agency. Frankenstein's monster actually had agency. See, that's the thing. You could use the Frankenstein metaphor, and it would still work because Frankenstein himself had agency. But the creating thing, what I'm saying is making him known. Making him known. What the Frankenstein monster chose to do as it, because that's the lore, that's the lore in the book too. As it shambles around and tries to figure out like its existence and tries to interact with people, things don't go well, right? Okay, well, in PvP situation, he learns money good, grift good. I'm gonna grift. Oh, sweet donos good. Eat snacks good. Discord tranny thoughts good. You know. The movie Frankenstein still had agency too, but I could see how if you're looking at it from that perspective, it may seem like he has less, but it's It depends on how you look at it. That's the thing about metaphors and allegories. It's like, how well does it mesh? Okay, all right.
This is not reality, not reality, not reality. This is reality.
Oh, that's a good point. Face, the Frankenstein monster was retarded, so is PvP. You have to be a retard if you're going to be 4D chess by Warski. What? I think PvP thought he had ownership of Kino Casino. Was going to try to fire. You know what? I say that, but maybe PvP knows that he can never get rid of Warski. What's going to happen there, guys? Oh, man, we're getting into it. Let's watch this and talk about it as it happens. Hold on here.
Next, we only have to look at what he's already done. It was Dave Nordahl, the Lord of Patriarchy, Warcorp 666, who said that. A man who was...
No, he could have used any guy here for this. He could have used Gothic King Cobra. I would have used Gothic King Cobra for this. I know what he's trying to do. This shows someone who's been streaming on YouTube and has never, ever changed. You know, if I ignored the Ethan Ralph grift, when I watched this video, guys, there was some introspection while watching it. There's a lot of introspection, okay? All right? Sometimes I sit in my thoughts, all right? I know. What would things have been if I just stuck doing the horror streams, doing the Dead Man Tome stuff? I've never had dabbled into internet drama. What would have been? What would have been? I don't know. I'd still probably be producing anthologies that sometimes sell, sometimes don't sell. Those things are hard, man. Really, I was putting a lot of money into those books, or paying authors, because I paid all the authors. Okay, they can't come at me with that because I paid my guys. Okay, and my ladies. Okay, I paid them. Anyway, but yeah, use it someone who's a constant. I guess this guy is. I would have used Gothic and Cobra. You know, he doesn't change. He doesn't change. He hasn't changed.
Remained resolute in his devotion to staying the same. Being an
Drunken Surfer hasn't changed either. He's the same guy. He could have used Drunken Surfer. Oh, but he can't for this, can he? Drunken Surfer, that's how I see you. I mean, no insult there. You stay yourself. I mean, you're true to yourself, you know? And that's a good thing.
Unchanging force in this ever-changing world.
All right, if you don't know, you should know. My name is Warcorp 666, and I'm the beer-drinking, rant-spewing motherfucker here on YouTube.
I love that.
I don't write scripts or none of my shit. I just shoot from the hip and what I really think and what I really feel, and I really don't give a rat's ass whether you like it or not.
Warcorp 666 for the past 10 years has come home from his 9 to 5, cracked open...
As we watch this part, well, who are some other staples? I want to say staples. I mean, what are some other constants? Some other figures on YouTube, other streamers that are just constants. Like, they have stayed the same. They haven't changed at all. They still do the same thing, better or for worse.
A beer, turned on his webcam, and delivered rants about feminism. Anita Sarkeesian, Zoe Quinn, Trigglypuff. He has spewed countless promos on them all, from the perspective of a middle-aged alcoholic wearing a Yoshi t-shirt.
Once again, old Warcorps has to make an apology. This time, it's Feminist Frequency. Feminist Frequency, Anita Sarkeesian, the old Warcorps is sorry.
Is that 2-1 still reserve?
Sorry about the fact that you're so full of shit!
And in all this time, he has never wavered. He has never sold out or lost his passion or chased the numbers. He has...
Wait, was that 2-1 still reserve? Come on now. Come on.
Remained true to himself. And true to the ethos that brought him to this wonderful place known as the internet.
Yeah, you read Video title right. Yes, I'm a white nationalist, but I'm not a racist.
In his mind, Gamergate never died. Not really, not for him, anyway. You see, for Warcorp 666, it was never about selling mugs and hats. It was never about super chats and paywalls. It was about, bizarrely, or perhaps even admirably, it was about, and still is about, ethics in video games journalism.
I think it's about drinking, having a good time, just talking shit. That's what I think it's about. But okay. Someone said James Ralph. Oh, that's a tough one. James Rolfe is still constant. Still a constant. He's still doing his thing. But if you factor in the Screenwave guys, it gets kind of weird. But I have seen the recent, I haven't seen the latest AVGN episode. I do watch them when they come out. There's been some recent ones that seem to be more true to form. So I say if James removes and distances the Screenwave guys from his channel and actually does more of the work himself, the whole I never have time, I have kids. Dude, I have kids, and I fucking stream just about every fucking day. There's times I stream during the day. You have fine time. I don't know what he's doing with his kids. How many times can you take him out to go skating or to the pool or to the park or to the library or whatever it is he's doing, okay? Write a script about a shitty game you played and have fun with it, okay? Problem is, he's been through a lot of the games. Revisit those games.
And how it fell.
Dropping frames here.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Okay. Jesse, I'm sorry. I will never, ever do a show with you. I'm sorry.
You've already done the show with me multiple times.
I will never, ever do a show with you ever again.
Okay.
That's it.
Is that like the way you'll never be
cut
a
off?
grifter?
Cut off.
Never be a grifter.
Cut off. Well, no,
Is
I
that
am
like
grifting.
the way that you would never
I am grifting, Jesse, but at the end of the day,
I'm just talking.
I'll be honest, Andy. Like Jesse can go, or I can go at this point. I really don't want to deal with Jesse. Sorry, Jesse, you're kicked from the show.
All right. Well,
I'll be for real.
But we can have differences of opinion, and we can keep moving on. Right? Are we good?
Are we good, Andy? Are we?
See that? Are we good, Andy? People were saying that was kayfabe. I heard that before. There was a time where I crossed paths with PvP, and it was kind of greasy. I don't really want to get into all of it, but essentially, I noticed PvP would go after people's families and stuff, and I didn't like that. So I wanted to give him a taste of his own medicine. I did that. It was kind of greasy, but I could say it was greasy. Because I know what it did was fucked up. But the point of bringing that up is that tone of voice he's used it with Andy is the tone of voice he used with me. So I recognize that tone of voice. And by the way, PvP will say he has say he won't go after people's family, but he will. He will. Ask Gahul, right? Ask Gahul. Why is Nick Fuentes' sister and family being talked about? What's going on with that? Right? It's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Are we good, Andy?
A long time ago, in a distant land, PPP and I used to make content together. It was a friendship that was first and foremost a creative one. We shared the same mind on pointing out the hypocrisy of retards on the internet. Whether it was Sargon trying to be the voice of the...
See, look at that suit. People were making fun of Sargon's suit. That suit doesn't actually look that bad. That suit doesn't actually look that bad right there. See, and the person who was ripping on that suit was Mr. Metokur, never going to amount to anything because he could die of cancer, die alone, with no kids to speak of. And let's be honest, his wife is... I'm bringing in family here. But she was Gamergate, wasn't she? I'll just say it. His wife is probably banging other guys. Let's be honest with that. If he can't give her the vitamin D, she's getting somewhere else. That's a matter of fact, guys. That is a fact of life.
The working class, but belittling anyone who didn't wear an ill-fitting suit. Whether it was Ethan Ralph making a career from pointing and laughing at people, but being unable to take a bit of heat when that infamous sack of grizzled flesh made its first appearance. Whether it was Nick Fuentes professing to be the next President of the United States.
See, look at that. Nick Fuentes is just trying to flirt with a T-pose. He knows T-pose is in, but not in for he's Nick Fuentes has lost like a lot of Gen Z or whatever. He doesn't know how to flirt with women. A lot of people don't know how to flirt with women. You know who doesn't have a hard time? Apparently Ethan Ralph. So maybe Nick Fuentes could take some lessons from Ethan Ralph.
But T-posing on teenage girls in a shopping mall. Hypocrisy, ladies and gentlemen. Hypocrisy being called out in all its forms.
Chat's going crazy. They want to hear from us, but they don't get to.
Nassim. CBFK. Leo says total depravity. Oh shit, what's happening?
Man, that seems like a happier time. That was a happier time, a better time.
PPP's bleeding.
Violence.
Let's talk about Dick Masterson, Josh Moon, and New Project 2.
When you're raped by a pack of...
The reality of it is, why is everybody from New Project 2, why is everybody from New Project 2 defending you?
Dick Masterson of Dr. Phil fame had it.
But not everyone from Power Chat's going to defend you, Kino Casino PPP. They're like, fuck you. You've been getting a free ride. What's the shit? Oh, fuck, we're going to take some stuff off the top. Watch that shit, dude.
Entered the IBS scene and decided to create a Patreon alternative after some creators had been banned from the platform. This was in keeping with Masterson's free speech, zero censorship, anything goes code of ethics. The Patreon alternative...
Here's another thing, too. So, this New Project 2 thing was supposed to bring down New Project 2 and maybe even Dick Masterson or whatever. You know who's still doing a show and making money off his show and still able to afford living in California in LA? I know he called his house a Barbie dream mansion. It's not, okay? For the amount of money he paid on that thing, he could probably get a mansion over here in Texas. But whatever. He's still doing a show. It's not really that good. Sometimes I listen to it and be like, is this going to be good? Oh, shit. One time I tuned into, One time I tuned into the Dick Show, and they're talking about cum pizza. Why? Anyway.
He set up was called New Project 2. And a few creators in the sector joined the site. Jim, Josh, Gator, Ralph, and a litany of other characters that we all know and love. But as time rolled on, there were a few things about New Project 2 that raised questions. Like, why hadn't any effort gone into the website itself? Why had no attention been spent on its terms of service?
Why did Zoom was part of the coding of that, right? That's very sus.
Why did it seem that only friends of Dick Masterson could join the site? New Project 2 was fertile ground for someone to come along and start building their name on getting to the truth of the matter. It was PPP who stepped up to that plate. He famously got onto a stream with Dick Masterson and rose to prominence. He got a lot of people to listen to his message, and soon more and more questions were being asked about New Project 2. Like, why were people being asked for their social security numbers in order to be on the website? Who was handling the information? Were people's personal and financial details being compromised? Question after question after question mounted up, and the pressure was on Dick Masterson to start providing answers. But the answers that came seemed opaque and not direct. They didn't explain things in a way that reassured people. And instead of addressing the noise about New Project 2 head-on, Masterson decided to antagonize a forum of users where the majority of these questions were being asked.
Don't antagonize them.
He
don't go to war with the
wage war
farms.
on the Kiwifarms.
Oh, no.
Or as he would now call it, the Karen farms. Now, in that stream where PPP and Dick Masterson met on the battlefield, Masterson's claims were that he was more successful, better
Kiwi's
looking,
retarded.
had a higher viewership than PPP. He said that he was the prom king and living in a mansion in the Hollywood Hills.
So, look, it is obvious that Dick, for legal reasons, has to have everybody's social security numbers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you admit you have access to people's social security numbers.
I'm pretty sure I got a 1099 from New Project too.
Yeah, you got a 1099.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shut
What-
the you don't know shit
Wait,
about
let
my
him talk.
No, I don't. Hey,
what are you
man,
interrupting?
You know, the fact that he got a 1099 from New Project 2, that you're supposed to do. Like okay. You know, I'm going to let it play. Because really, it's not about New Project 2. He's just bringing this up to kind of remind you of this and about what's going to happen with the power chat.
What have you ever done in your life? I'm a fucking.
Oh, I know. What have you done? You've been on Dr. Phil in a Pizza Hut commercial.
But he's telling you that the data isn't on his.
Do you know what I've done, Dick? Do you know what I've done in my life? I've saved souls.
He saved souls? That's good. That's real rich there, PPP. You saved souls, huh? I don't know. I think the one who was saving souls was Surfer.
You know me,
Jesus Christ. Have you ever enjoyed
Do it in Peter Griffin voice, please.
But he couldn't even fucking make it.
Go ahead. Tell me what you have. What do you know
couldn't
about
even
me?
make it. I live in a Barbie's dream mansion in a
I
hill.
know, that's all that
Hollywood,
matters.
You Canadian prick. Yeah, it is all that matters because I go out of here, I fuck my girlfriend in a fucking mansion. Meanwhile, you and whoever you have in the background, your fucking hype man, stick your thumbs up each other's asses.
Like a 46-year-old girlfriend or whatever, but yeah.
And jerk each other off, telling you what a great job you did. It does fucking matter.
You're
I'm
a
the
real
winner.
cool
You're the
dude, Dick.
fucking
You're a real
loser.
cool dude.
It was desperate one-upmanship that didn't go down well with his audience and actually had the opposite effect of turning more people to PPP's side. Users on Kiwifarms even fact-checked Masterson's boasts and discovered that the Barbie Dream Mansion in the Hollywood Hills was, in reality, this. A crack shack.
That does look like a shed, dude. That looks like a shed. That is a garage and maybe a 2-bedroom house, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Not good. Not fancy. I have that. I have that over here. My house looks better than his. Okay? My house is more of a mansion. I have actually more yard than he does. I actually have grass that grows. His house actually looks like a warehouse. Like you would store stuff in there. Like drugs.
On the outskirts of Compton. The rising tide was against Masterson, as it had been conclusively revealed that the Emperor had no clothes. Josh Null, the owner and operator of the Kiwifarms, seemed initially to resist the rising tide of users who'd had enough of Masterson's shenanigans. He defended Masterson's description of his home as a mansion. People were confused by this. They wondered why Josh would behave this way. The explanation given was that Masterson was Josh's friend, which is fair enough. But what is friendship if you can't laugh when one of you is being a retard?
What about Dick? He's an alcoholic. I'm like, well, I guess you got me there. I don't know what to think. I'm not someone who will cut someone off. I'm not someone who in a way like Dick. Dick will probably never disavow Ethan Ralph. You know, he didn't disavow Digibro. He didn't disavow anyone.
Yeah, Dick doesn't disavow anyone at all. Like he wants everyone to get along.
But I'm reluctant to say like, oh, I just want nothing to do with Dick.
People started to look deeper into the Josh Masterson connection in order to try and explain the motive for why things were being swept up. It came to light that Josh was one of the highest earners on New Project 2, and it was netting him just shy of $2,000 a month. It was clear that there was some sort
That's kinda nice
of conflict
money.
of interest. Eventually,
I mean, not really. I mean, if you work for a living, you may actually make more than that.
a man called Vordrak performed some dark arts, magic, sacrificed a baby, killed a goat, drank its blood, and New Project 2 was deplatformed from its payment processor, and the saga came to an ignominious end. But the legacy of the arc was that PPP, the man who started the fire, cost Josh $2,000 a month by leading a crusade against the website that was paying him. PPP, the righteous anti-grifter who wasn't compromised by being in the pocket of Dick Masterson, mounted his charge against a scummy website that seemed like a scam and didn't explain to the public who was handling people's private, personal, financial details, how it was being handled, and whether or not a list of users was being kept in order to be potentially exchanged to illicit forces for money.
Woohoo! This is a good day, buddy. Everybody dab on his fucking grave!
But anyway, that was New Project 2. Ancient history. A footnote in the long tapestry of internet spurgery. Something that should have been forgotten, lost to the mists of time. Alas, even the best laid plans of mice and men go awry.
They want me because I'm the hottest property in this sphere right now.
In the aftermath of New Project 2, PPP's star rose and rose, and his viewership exponentially grew. The audience sided with PPP, the underdog, making his name on taking down the big dog grifters in the sector. PPP wasn't bragging about the numbers or the money or his prom king status. Instead, he was the everyman. He didn't give a damn. He just said what was on his mind and didn't need fancy OBS templates to...
That's what it was, dude. Okay, look. I'm older than PPP. Okay, I'll just put that aside. The reason why I enjoyed watching PPP back in the day was because he did seem like just a dude just talking about stuff, okay? But he lost his way. He lost his fucking way.
Make his points. The effectiveness of PPP was that he could fire up a stream on his mobile phone and deliver a fire and brimstone sermon on the state of the nation and the sinners within it.
It's time. It's time to talk about one of the biggest scam artists that there's ever been.
Scam artist.
We're talking about Wilshire Boulevard. Now, what the hell is Wilshire Boulevard? Well, Wilshire Boulevard is a book that Coach supposedly wrote, and that Gonzalo Lira supposedly wrote.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was already written, guys, and he just needed a little bit of support to get the book over the top. Spoiler alert.
You could self-publish a book.
Still
it's not
isn't
hard.
out.
I mean,
How could
I could
that
walk
be?
you through it.
He said it was already written. How could it not be out? But anyway, getting ahead of ourselves. Getting ahead of ourselves here. Wilshire Boulevard, a novel. He's raised 14,288 Canadian dollars.
That is a scam,
out of his
dude.
$9,986 flexible
I put
goal.
out mini
So
books.
the
That
project
is a
was
freaking
funded.
scam. It doesn't take
And
much
people
to put out
liked
a
it
book.
because he didn't have an ego. He didn't have...
I could show you in another stream. There are some things on Kindle that make you wonder if there's any sort of quality check at all. There's none. There's none. I don't know if things have changed, but you could literally just put a blog post as a book and you can publish it there. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
This involvement, he had this detachment, and the internet was a hobby and not a career for him. That was the most important thing.
Jarbo came on and just fucking unleashed and just punked that fucking bitch-ass pussy Ethan Ralph. Ethan Ralph wouldn't debate him one-on-one. Ethan Ralph wouldn't go on his show, a neutral platform, or Kata's show. It had to be the KO stream, where Gator plays the soundboard and cranks your volume down to -20. Well, mine's at 5,000. Well, the reality is Jarbo fucking knocked you out. So you have to fucking
Does
cry
Kino
and
Casino
complain
have a
about it because you're the new
soundboard?
prison prag that gets fucking raped.
He was just a guy having fun, laughing at hypocrites on the internet. It wasn't a grift, it wasn't about super chats or donations, it was about content, first and foremost. The integrity of putting on a good, entertaining
This is like a farewell
show.
video.
For many,
Someone who
including myself,
has been.
this was the golden age.
It's like he died.
Fuck Phantom Organization's furry Discord. Fuck him, he's a pedophile. I don't care. That's what I said. That's what I said. Fuck every
It's
one
like
of these
videos that would play during a
cocksuckers,
wake or
these
something.
degenerates and faggots who try and leech off of
In a way, he did
of
die.
me, I guess.
However, nothing lasts forever, and all good things must come to an end. Often, the indication that the good times are over and entropy has kicked in comes in the embodiment of this man, Andy Warski. A man who has never changed his spots, who has never cared about whether his contribution...
Sean, he said he worked out for that fight. He didn't work out in that fight. Let me tell you something, too. This video, and this drunk video, there's something that... I don't have the timestamp down exactly. There's something he says. There's a video of Warski with Alex drunk out of his mind, okay? Completely drunk. And he says, there's one point where he says that Tonka would have won the fight if Tonka would have showed. I don't know where it is exactly.
Listen. You can't. Don't tell anybody about the extra money.
Andy's blocking fucking camera.
But I don't want to listen to Andy while going through this. So if you know the timestamp, you know what I'm talking about.
If I die defending Alex, I will take the next flip. 100%. I swear to God.
It's before this break. It was somewhere.
More powerful record system and the cops here, so don't.
If I take a bullet to the head for Alex, it's all that matters.
He wouldn't. He was sad that actually said that Alex didn't actually fire his gun. Let's see, maybe it was this part.
I might have.
Don't harass me. We're honestly, Zoom is a good game, right?
Zoom. Honestly, Zoom is a good guy.
Zoom is a good guy?
We're flying so far.
I might have. Alex wakes me up.
He's dreaming to make a porno. Yeah, he wants to write the porno.
Every time Alex wakes
It's somewhere in here, guys. Ethan Ralph played it. He showed it. Pay attention to the Killstream guys. There's some good stuff that comes out every now and then. One of it was a little clip. It's going to be lost. But I could share this link. And you can kind of look through it. If you find the timestamp, let me know. But there is that. I'll go ahead and put that there in the chat there. Okay, here's the link to that video. Enjoy. But speaking of Warski, there's this. I'm not going to play the whole video. This is where Warski was actually being gay with Failure.
You ready?
Wanted to suck his nipples.
Suck those titties.
I do not consent, Andy. I am not consenting to this.
Yeah, it's Andy Warski wanting to suck on the titties of Failure. And Failure's like, I do not consent. I do not consent. Over and over again. And it's like that for a whole freaking minute.
Those tits, dude.
I refuse to consent.
Those tits are getting sucked, dude.
You need to stop.
And this part's great. He starts crying like a bitch.
Help.
Watch him cry. Watch him cry.
I'm stuck.
Stop work.
Ow, my leg.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
He's about to. He can't get his leg up. He's so weak.
What? You want to play?
He's crying. He's crying. He's crying. He's crying. He's crying so much. He didn't work out. You know, there's some muscle there. He doesn't work out.
Is of quality, who seemingly has never held any conviction on any issue beyond whether or not it will make him money. And you know what? With someone like Warski, That's okay, because he's never claimed to be anything different. He never started against grifters and became one himself, no. He has always been an unapologetic, child-aborting, grifting retard, from start to finish.
I am the man. And you're going to show me this level of disrespect on fucking camera?
This right here is distasteful. Okay, the way PvP treated Surfer is absolute bullshit. And I would bring Surfer on to talk. I'm sure he would want to. I'm not sure. But I do work in the morning. And, you know, so there's that. I'm going to play the rest of this.
Buddy, don't be a fucking hero. Buddy, don't be a fucking hero.
No,
don't be a fucking man.
Fucking hero, buddy.
Are you fucking being serious? What do you think's gonna happen?
What, are you gonna try to fight me?
What are you doing?
When I take
what
care
are
of
you
you?
talking about, buddy?
I'm
Like
not-
what?
Look, man, Surfer's caring. Surfer genuinely is a nice guy. He's a nice, caring guy. He's a nice, caring guy that actually has content of character. I mean, he's a genuine friend. He is a genuine friend. Okay? PvP lost his best friend. For what? For e-fame, for money, for Discord snacks, or trendy thoughts. He lost his way, man. It's sad. Some of us, we lose our best friends because of distance, life things. But this was because of internet fame. I gotta take a drink for that. Play this. Play this. Hold on. Let me copy that link address. It gets weird, man. It gets weird when I... All right, I'll play that. I don't know what that is. It's on YouTube, so I know it's not porn.
I've been here for fucking 4 or 5 hours, listening to the ramblings of a drunk, you know, and you know
the drunk, buddy. Is it me or you?
It is you. You're
Are
drunk.
You sure, buddy?
You're drunk.
Am I the drunk, buddy?
Yeah, you
Is
are
it
the
me?
drunk, and it's irritating, man. And I do 4 or 5
The anime
hours
there'll
of
never
this
be.
shit constantly, and I just let you give your fucking bullshit and spew it and run your dick liquor. But I honestly get fucking tired of it sometimes, and I push back on it.
Okay, buddy. Well, I won't run my fucking
Look at his eye twitching.
quote, dick liquor.
That's great.
You know, next time I'll just stay out of the video. How about that, buddy? You think you can make the same level of content without Surfer, buddy? You know, if Surfer brings
Oh, look at that detail
the
right there.
content.
I just don't understand why
Oh,
you have to keep
good angle.
derailing a show endlessly that I'm trying to get through. I'll cut you off if I want. And what will you
well,
do?
if you're not going to show me the respect, I'm not going to show you the
Dude, I love the
respect.
eye twitching.
And the reality
Okay.
is, Ashton, without me, your show would fucking suck.
Dude, you're delusional. That's
You
just
know,
fucking delusional.
I am what
Surfer.
fucking makes your show. buddy.
Okay, buddy. Like, that's
And
an
I'll
ego
leave.
He's
talking.
sweating.
That's an
I'll leave
ego
if you
talk.
He's sweating. Look at the details to this. Is this... When was this dropped? How long did... June 30th. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Right there.
But it won't
That's
be the same
ego
without
talking
you.
right there, buddy.
And you know,
like,
not only that, but I take care of you in this fucking household.
I bet.
am the man. And you're gonna
Okay,
show
buddy.
me this level of disrespect on fucking
Oh, shit. He has a fucking mace. This fucking Morning Star over... Is that what that is, or is that a plunger?
don't be a fucking hero.
Was that... not a plunger. Was that a toilet brush? Was that a toilet brush with shit on it that was dripping?
You're gonna
Okay,
show
buddy.
me this level of disrespect on fucking camera.
Buddy, don't
Learn
be a
your
fucking hero.
place,
Buddy, don't be a fucking hero.
No,
don't
you
be
This
a
kind of
fucking
reminds me
man.
of...
hero, buddy. When you
You're
shit
drunk.
on the toilet every day,
Dude, you're
when
drunk.
you shit on the fucking toilet seat, and I have to clean it up after you because you
So
don't
you
know
clean
how to
up
take
my
care
shit
of
like
yourself.
a bitch?
Hey, he's getting that. wouldn't end like that though. That's hilarious. Oh, my problem with that is that PPP couldn't even bear that cross. Okay? That's the reality of the situation. He couldn't even hold that cross. He's not worthy of a cross. It would be cursed of blasphemy. Okay? All right? That's what it'd be. Kind of reminds me of Cromartie High a little bit. Or something. Anyway, I don't watch a whole lot of anime. That was good. That was good. Let's finish the rest of this Kino Casino thing.
What fucking world are you living in?
A series of circumstances and happenings led to PPP and Andy Warski joining forces and creating a prime-time internet bloodsport show called the Kino Casino.
It's a new golden age. PPP and Warski present
Fantastic!
The Kino Casino.
Don't stay back, but come in and make sure you aim for the top prize here at the Kino.
They paid that chick. They paid that chick to
casino
say
at
that.
first seemed to be a hybrid of the two men's approaches on the internet, a cross between Warski's shameless grifting motifs, hence the casino theme, and PPP's topics of pointing out the hypocrisy of his two most studied topics, Ethan Ralph and Nick Fuentes. The show started with a lot of goodwill behind it. People were happy that PPP, the underdog, now had some success.
Yeah, you don't hate
in
on
getting
her.
his
She was paid to say it.
anti-Fuentes message out there to tens of thousands of people, more viewers than he'd had ever before.
How could that be? I thought we felt it in Warski, but now he's back and bigger than ever. The Ralphamale's winning, Andy. What are we gonna do?
And people were happy that Warski was able to escape from the shadow of his years-long alliance with Ethan Ralph and get back to the heady heights of the JF Warski Live days of yore. Because of this goodwill, the super chats were flowing in. Money was being made. The two had successfully managed to monetize the PPP talking points on Fuentes and Ralph and proven that there was a gap in the market to do so.
Yes, they did.
But one of the big questions that entered my mind right from the beginning was this. Why is this thing called Power Chat being promoted by the Kino Casino as the primary way of donating to them? Why didn't they promote something else, more credible?
Why didn't they?
Stream elements, or
Good
hell,
question.
even enable YouTube's own super chatting facility? It was very strange to me that the Power Chat was primarily the platform where donations were being asked to be sent to. So I looked into Power Chat, and I discovered that Power Chat was a payment processor for IP2, and is and always has been linked to people like Lulz, Baked Alaska, Nick Fuentes, America First. It's murky. It's really, really...
America First, using Power Chat. Kino Casino used a payment processor that America First uses. Look at that. Look at that.
Seedy and always has been. Even from before episode 1 of the Kino Casino, PPP was warned not to use Power Chat because of these questions.
They were warned. They ignored it anyway.
Knew that this would come back to haunt you.
They wanted all the money. They were super greedy on it.
It's a Godwinson Live News Alert! Right, so let's get into this. Let's fucking do this. So, Power Chat is the primary way that PPP and Warski get their super chats. Now, this is a fucking suspicious, sketchy-ass motherfucking site. This is shady as fuck. It definitely looks like something, and probably is something, probably definitely 100% is something, that harvests your personal details. So why didn't Warski
Be careful, guys,
and
if you
PPP
donated.
stop using Power Chat when they were told to? Why didn't they stop? Instead, they doubled down. It was suspicious as fuck, ladies and gentlemen. And now it turns out, folks, that Power Chat is 50% owned by Baked Alaska.
Bum, bum, bum.
Baked fucking Alaska. You can't write this shit, folks. Baked Alaska, a known federal informant, owns a 50% share in Power Chat.
Oh, you don't say.
So PPP and Warski have knowingly used a federal informant's website to host their super chats. They knew all along.
That's going to suck for
Now, this
Signal
is a
Boot.
website that harvests incredibly significant amounts of personal data, your credit card details, your address, your phone number, your name. It needs and takes everything from you in order to sell it on to the highest bidder. You've
Look
all
at
been
that.
sold out, folks.
There it is. There it is.
So funny to me.
The fucking beaver.
Oh, just to remind people. No, we haven't forgotten about Godwinson. We haven't forgotten. Going back to the Frankenstein thing. Okay. If you want to say, going with that metaphor, that PPP is the Frankenstein's monster, then you have to ask, you have to look into the mad scientist, the doctor that created him. Now, with that metaphor, I do still mean that PPP does have agency. Free. He's free to make decisions, make choices, react. Well, as Frankenstein's monster reacted in fear, and so did the people. You know, if you're going to look at the book, PPP's motivation was greed. He's not afraid of fire, but he has a love of money. He has a love of money. He loves money. He loves that grift. He loves the donos. He wants it all. He'll sacrifice everything. He will throw away everything he has dear to him to profit. What is that proverb, guys? What is it? It was in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Let's see. Matthew 16:26. What will it profit a man if he gains the world, forfeits his life? That's a horrible version of it. It doesn't have the same delivery. Let's see. It's a good one. It's a great one. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see. For what profit is it to man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe. Dracula from Symphony of the Night delivering that proverb. That's probably one of the best lines in that game. And that game is notorious for bad voice acting, but that line right there makes that's a great ending to that game. That really is. That really is. God damn. And it works here. Anyway.
Yep. Yeah, Paul. Are you okay? Yep. You drunk? Yep. Okay. How about going to bed? Do you want me to help you? Yep.
Anyway, the goodwill was still with the Kino Casino. The Fuck Ralph Festival united Ralph's enemies under one banner. And Jim, interviewing Jaden McNeil, made the casino the #1 place for criticism of Nick Fuentes and America First. People were willing to overlook the flaws that were apparent and rationalizing in their own minds that these things will be ironed out with the passage of time and as more shows
Oh,
are
yeah, it'll be
made.
ironed out, guys.
Things
Don't
like
worry about it.
Warski pausing
Don't worry
any
about
given
it.
clip every 5 seconds to give some of the most wet-brained takes in the history of mankind. Things like the show only ever being about the 2 topics of Ralph and Fuentes. Things like Warski forcibly interrupting PPP's flow in order to stutter his way through a screed of super chats. These things would be ironed out, surely, and the show would find its groove and evolve and develop into something truly amazing.
Hey, don't worry, guys.
Please
It'll
ask
evolve.
Andy to uninstall the space bar on his keyboard. You should be the holder of the pause. Andy said the show fell apart without him. Silence him. Whoa, buddy. That's fucking some intense shit there. I don't know. Sometimes I sympathize with the sentiment, brother. Sometimes I'm like, I want to get through this fucking clip, man. Sometimes I just want to get through the clip.
Notice how he said that when Andy was gone.
Man, but it's stuff.
Relish Head for $20.
But week after week, show after show, it all came and went with
hurt myself today.
zero improvement. The topics remain the same.
Is this gonna get me flagged? I think we're getting the point.
The delivery remained the same. The retardation got worse.
Kino Casino is done. But someone had a good question. How many people who watch Kino Casino are aware of Godwinson? Probably a small percentage. You see that this video was painting this as this is their new project too. In many ways it is. This is their scandal. Will it break them? This will be the test for Godwin's for PvP and Andy Warski. If they can get through this, then I think I don't know. I was going to say, if they can get through this, I think things are good. But knowing PPP, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. But PPP depends on the money. You see, PPP moved out, is living in with somebody, with a girlfriend, apparently. Andy Warski is still living with his parents. I'll play a little bit more. I'll play a little bit more. A little bit.
Worse, and things turned truly stagnant and stale. And even when the topics looked like they would change from flogging the dead horses of Ethan Ralph and Nick Fuentes, the change appeared to be in the form of Warski shilling an Instagram account where he, a man in his mid-30s who snorts cocaine from the picture frames in his parents' living room,
that's hilarious,
pretends to be the next up-and-coming featherweight champion of the world.
He pretends.
It's desperate. It's garbage. It's shit. Straight up.
All right.
Cog, my man. Let's go, champ.
That is Cog.
The Cog.
He'll be here.
There you go.
Oh, wait, real fast. Oh, real fast. Metokur Masochist for $50 saying Ethan Ralph is an inspiration.
I'll let you know this. The top donos that were donating to Kino Casino are now donating to the kill stream. Let that sink in. The Signal Boot is donating to the kill stream now. It uses Power Chat. I mean, there's other ways you could donate to them, so still using the same service. So it's kind of like it's an own, I guess, but at the same time, he's still using the same thing.
Every time I see him, I immediately have to get on the treadmill.
Yeah, there's a porn spam bot. They come in all the time.
Thank you so much, Metokur Masochist, for the 50.
And so the inevitable happened, and people's goodwill for the casino began to dry up. They'd had enough of seeing the same old week after week, and they'd had enough of offering suggestions every week to improve things, but never being heard. It was the contempt that the Kino Casino had for its audience that proved its downfall. If all you see your audience as is a paycheck, and you don't value and respect their opinions, then you truly have sealed your fate. The aspiration shouldn't be to shamelessly grift a dollar without putting any effort into the content whatsoever.
But that's what they do. In fact, the person who does all the work would be PvP. We gotta get to that. Let me skip in and play this.
And the money was secured. We fast forward to a month or so later, where PPP is unable to make a couple of Kino Casino episodes. And instead of Warski putting on the show in PPP's absence, instead of him putting on a good show or even a show and delivering to the audience, there was no show. Warski didn't lift a finger. In fact, he never does. The reality of how the Kino Casino is made and put together is that Persip and the Squire sit there all week prepping the show, gathering clips and notes.
Persip and the Squire do all the real work.
It is then briefed to PPP extensively in multi-hour-long calls.
So it's like the Ron Burgundy.
The show is seemingly locked down, and then literally 30 minutes before the show goes live on a Friday night, PPP tells Warski what the show is about, and Warski puts in absolutely zero effort into the show prep whatsoever. He turns up every week and expects that PPP has prepared the show for him to grift off of. And Warski, believe it or not, has the right to veto anything he doesn't like on the show. Like some sort of shit king.
Oh, a shit
and if
king
PPP doesn't do the preparation because he's on holiday or ill, then the show doesn't get made. Warski then gets 50% of all the money made for his retarded laughter, his inability to speak, and his cringeworthy Instagram shilling. Woo, lad.
Cockroach. Warski, you're just a fucking cockroach, buddy. Like, okay, like, fuck you. Like, what was they just saying?
Might as well just do a show of Hunter Biden. Jesus Christ.
What
the fuck?
Diarrhea, like.
Ethan's made of stronger stuff than you or I.
I gotta skip through this. Oh, that's the video. See, Godwinson doesn't play the full thing here. This is the video where Andy Warski is crying in a fetal position because he's afraid of Ethan Ralph. That's what's going on in this video. Okay? He's crying and is triggered by some PTSD trauma stuff because Ethan Ralph had a bag of ice thrown on him while he was sleeping. Honestly, dude, if I was roommating with somebody, if I was on vacation with somebody and some random person threw a bag of ice on me, and I'd be fucking pissed. And I found out that the reason why that random Chinese guy threw a bag of ice on me was because my roommate told him to do that. Oh yeah, we would have a talk. Okay? A serious talk. The Kiwifarms made it seem like it was just some ice thrown, and Ethan Ralph, once again, you know, they lie about a lot of stuff. But it was a whole big thing. Like, they just bought the ice as all in one solid brick and just threw it on somebody. You do that, come on, man, you're asking for a fight.
Brief.
No.
Brief.
I'm not living.
Look at Ashton. Ashton looks defeated. Ashton looks literally defeated. Warski, Canes, and Meyer. Fuck, he's laughing right now at you, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not do a show with Warski.
So yeah, PPP explained to me that because of this behaviour, Warski was being fired imminently. And I agreed to come aboard and right the ship. I had many discussions with PPP where we hammered out the new direction of the show. We were going to pivot away from Ralph and Fuentes and start a crusade against BreadTube and Vaush and plow a new, fertile, creative furrow.
That would be good. Go do a crusade against Vaush. Problem is, PPP, I don't think could even debate Vaush. I'm going to tell you this, man. PPP could run, Vaush could run circles around PPP when it comes to a debate. 100%. 100%.
We were going to do 2 shows a week and do away with the Wednesday rakeback show.
I mean, the guy is good at sophistry, dude. He's a good orator, okay? I hate Vaush. I hate Vaush a lot. But he's a good orator. Probably puts that mouth to work in other ways, too.
The casino was still going to be on a Friday, but the Saturday was going to be a new show where there were going to be blood sports debates of old, where 2 retards would scream at each other.
That's
just
great.
like
I would have signed up for
in
that.
the golden age.
I would have signed up for that. Who knows? A new contender would have entered. Maybe the White Knight Crusader would have come in. Who knows?
The paywalled content, the Gumroad content, was actually going to have effort put into it. No longer would the audience be disrespected by having to pay for 90-Day Fiancé reviews. Instead, the content was going to be edited videos like this one you're watching right here, and PPP solo videos, ranting like he used to back in the day. Warski wasn't fired, and it became apparent to me that PPP wasn't in the position of being able to dethrone Warski.
This is the reason why I continue this. This point is important to note before we sign off here on RNN, Ralphamale News Network. PPP cannot fire Warski. PPP is not in that position at all. And Godwinson will explain.
It turns out that the Kino Casino was Warski's show. He had always been the one in control. And whether or not PPP likes it, he is unable to get rid of Warski. PPP had signed a pact with the devil and willingly relegated himself to the category of Geek Thulu, Alex, and Kyla. Sorry guys, I gave you a taste of what could have been, but now it will never be.
And that guy got arrested. Yeah, but what if he shot? Yeah. I'd get more super chats, more money. Yeah.
What if Kyle shot? This is Andy Warski talking about Alex during that aim thing, if you remember that. This is how much Andy cares about his friend, Alex. He sees him as content, okay? Let's back that up a little bit.
But what if he shot? Yeah. I'd get more super chats, more money. Yeah.
That's fucked.
And this is PPP talking about Warski in a way that makes you wonder how did they ever work together.
Sick. That's his mindset even now. That's what his mindset is even now. If those men got shot and those men died and Alex went to
I know the volume is significantly lower in this part, but I think you could hear it.
prison for the rest of his life, at least I would have got more super chats. At least I would have got more money. That's his mentality. And that's what's dangerous about the fucking grifters and these pieces of fucking shit. That is a human piece of fucking shit. He learned absolutely nothing from this experience. If they had died, I would have made more money.
That's PvP saying Andy Warski is a human piece of shit. Because he sees his friend Kyler, or not Kyler, but Alex, as content. Something to grift off of. But yet, are they still going to be together? Is the Kino Casino in trouble, guys? Are they? This is their moment that's going to test them. And it's not over with. As I report on it, as other people, expose. It's not over with. This is just the beginning. There's a new harvest. There's a new corn harvest. There's a new gunt. There's a new locale. And it's PPP. A new gun to hunt. And it's PPP. Friends, this was a long Ralphamale News Network. Yeah, it was long. 2 hours. It was a good 2 hours. It was a good 2 hours. I know you guys have been saying stuff in the chat. I hope you guys enjoy this. In the future, as things continue on this path, it could be that Ralpha News Network may not need to even be. Which is fine. Which is fine. Anyway, read super chats. What super chats? You guys take it easy. You have a good one.